Mahela Jayawardene, born on May 27, 1977, in Colombo, Sri Lanka, was one of the finest batsmen to ever represent Sri Lanka on the international stage. Hailing from a cricket-loving family, Jayawardene was immersed in the sport from a young age. He showed an early interest and talent for cricket, joining the Nalanda College cricket team in Colombo. Even as a teenager, Jayawardene's elegant stroke play and composure at the crease were noticeable, signaling a bright future for the young cricketer. Mahela's early cricketing inspirations came from watching the great Sri Lankan cricketers like Aravinda de Silva and Sanath Jayasuriya, who were at the forefront of Sri Lanka's global cricketing dominance during the 1990s. Jayawardene quickly made his name in the domestic cricket scene, playing for Colombo Cricket Club and impressing with his technique and consistency. His rise in the ranks was swift, and his breakthrough came when he was selected for the Sri Lankan national team in 1997. Jayawardene's early years were filled with determination, and he worked relentlessly to hone his craft. His sharp cricketing mind, coupled with his natural elegance, helped him stand out as a potential future leader of Sri Lankan cricket. He made his debut in ODIs against India in 1997, and his performances were watched closely by selectors. It didn't take long for the cricketing world to recognize his prodigious talent and his unique ability to blend technical prowess with flair. International debut and early career. Mahela Jayawardene made his Test debut for Sri Lanka in 1997 against India in Colombo, marking the beginning of a legendary career that would span over 17 years. In his early Test matches, Jayawardene showed glimpses of his extraordinary skill with the bat. His elegant stroke play, combined with a solid technique, soon made him a reliable middle-order batsman for Sri Lanka. In the 1999 Cricket World Cup, Jayawardene made his mark on the global stage, showcasing his cool temperament and ability to perform under pressure. During this tournament, he helped Sri Lanka reach the semi-finals, cementing his place in the team. His composure in handling high-pressure situations in key matches revealed that he was not only a technically sound player but also a mentally tough one, capable of handling the pressures of international cricket. As the years progressed, Jayawardene's batting developed further, and his consistency at the crease began to make him one of Sri Lanka's most dependable batsmen. By the turn of the 21st century, he was firmly established as a key player for Sri Lanka across all formats, and his performances in the Test matches against England, Australia, and South Africa earned him recognition as one of the best batsmen in the world. Career peak. The rise of a Sri Lankan legend. Mahela Jayawardene's career reached its peak in the mid-2000s, during which he not only became one of the finest batsmen of his generation but also one of Sri Lanka's most influential cricketing figures. His performances in both Test cricket and ODIs earned him accolades and cemented his place among cricketing greats. In 2005, Jayawardene's career hit a major milestone when he became Sri Lanka's captain. He took over from Marvan Attapattu, and his leadership would prove to be a pivotal factor in the growth of Sri Lankan cricket in the subsequent years. Under his leadership, Sri Lanka reached greater heights, including series victories in Pakistan and West Indies. Jayawardene's leadership was characterized by his calm and composed demeanor, as well as his ability to bring out the best in his players. His tactical acumen on the field, combined with his adaptability in all formats, allowed Sri Lanka to compete with the best. His captaincy was also marked by his belief in teamwork, often allowing his players to express themselves while maintaining a strong strategic outlook. 2007 Cricket World Cup. The 2007 ICC Cricket World Cup was a defining moment in Mahela Jayawardene's career. He played a crucial role in leading Sri Lanka to the final, an achievement that added to his reputation as a player capable of performing on the biggest stages. Jayawardene's leadership and batting in the tournament were exemplary, and he scored a stunning 115 in the final against Australia. A knock that showcased his class under pressure, even though Sri Lanka fell short in the final. The 2005-2006 Australian Series, one of Jayawardene's crowning achievements, came in the 2005-2006 series against Australia in Sri Lanka. He became only the third Sri Lankan to score a double century in Tests, scoring a brilliant 374 runs against South Africa in the 2006 Colombo Test. This innings is considered one of the best in Test cricket history and remains one of the highest scores in the history of Sri Lankan cricket. The 2000s saw Jayawardene become the bedrock of Sri Lanka's batting lineup. He played many match-winning innings, including in India, where he scored centuries in both Tests and ODIs, making him a feared batsman in both formats. His famous partnership with Kumar Sangakkara in the middle order made Sri Lanka one of the most formidable batting units in world cricket during that period. Main achievements and records. Test cricket. Mahela Jayawardene's records in Test cricket are truly remarkable. He scored 11,914 runs in 149 Test matches, with an average of 49.84. He scored 34 centuries in Test cricket, including a high score of 374, which was a record for the highest individual score by a Sri Lankan batsman at the time. His consistency and ability to score runs in all conditions made him one of the best Test batsmen in history. ODIs. In one-day internationals, Jayawardene amassed 12,750 runs in 448 matches at an average of 33.37. He scored 18 centuries and was instrumental in several of Sri Lanka's victories in international tournaments. His ability to anchor the innings and accelerate when needed made him a versatile and valuable player for Sri Lanka. ICC World 2020. Jayawardene was also an important figure in Sri Lanka's successful campaign in the 2009 ICC World 2020, where he led the team to the finals. His leadership and ability to adapt to the shorter formats were crucial to Sri Lanka's success in the global tournament. Fifth most runs in ICC World Cups, Jayawardene became the fifth player to score over 2,000 runs in World Cups, joining an elite group of cricketers. His contributions in major World Cup tournaments played a crucial part in Sri Lanka's success during the 2003, 2007, and 2011 editions. Leadership. Jayawardene captained Sri Lanka in both Test cricket and ODIs, leading them to major victories. He became one of Sri Lanka's most successful captains, reaching the pinnacle of world cricket rankings and enhancing his reputation as a strategic and inspirational leader. Final years and retirement. By the time Mahela Jayawardene reached the later years of his career, his influence and leadership had made him a respected figure both in Sri Lanka and across the cricketing world. However, after playing for over 2 decades, Jayawardene made the decision to retire from ODI cricket in 2015, following Sri Lanka's exit from the 2015 ICC Cricket World Cup. Jayawardene continued playing in Test matches, where he made his final Test appearance in 2014 against South Africa in Cape Town. He ended his Test career on a high, contributing to Sri Lanka's cricket legacy with his final match and iconic innings.